Hello, hello, hello. I am Mrs. Tessie Sanders Matlock, your response to intervention specialist for both reading and math. And we've been preparing for our pending state exams. We're going to take a look at informational texts and providing text evidence for our short answer responses or questions that require short answer responses. Now, what does that look like? Well, we will be going over the cups. That's capitalization, usage, punctuation, spelling. So, meaning we will get that writing practice in. We'll get grammar in this lesson. This is good old-fashioned teaching. So, I have my 5th and 6th graders with me for this particular session, and I'm going to perform as such. So if you are one of the lucky ones that will reach out to me so that you can view this lesson online, hey, it may help as well, provide some structure for you. All right, passages up, hold your documents up, hold your pencils up. That lets Mrs. Matlock know who's with her, who has what they need. Great, everyone has what they need. This is our passage. Please forgive the imperfections on the text. Our copy machine is a little quirky. Write your first and last name using capital letters. And professors, yes, this can be used for our adult education learners as well. It's about developmental reading. Again, write your first and last name on the line. Make sure that you are writing nice and neat. Go ahead and spell out the month. The date is written on my board here in the classroom, but if you are online, whatever the month and day happen to be in year, go ahead and write it here, nice and neat, on that name line. And as you are doing so, let me get back to my screen here. We're going to take a look at a little presentation on the Balboa tree. Make sure my audio is up.
Baobab tree is the dominant forest on the African landscape and the world's largest succulent plant. The baobab can live for 1,000 years and grow so tall to heights equivalent to an 8-story building. Native to Africa, it grows in dry areas all over the continent, including Madagascar, West Africa, and South Africa. The baobab trunk is swollen and has some of the widest tree trunks in the world. The trunk can hold up to 60,000 gallons of rainwater. The baobab tree is a very tough tree and resists drought, fire, and termites. They simply regrow their bark if it is stripped. These majestic trees are the tree of life to African communities, young and old. The baobab flower blooms at the end of dry season. Some look like powder puffs with waxy, crinkled petals surrounding stamen. Baobab flowers bloom at night, and the flowers in Madagascar are more colorful with magenta and yellow hues. Baobab flowers are pollinated at night by mouse lemurs, bats, and moths. Those lemurs feed on the nectar, a sugary liquid, and transfer the pollen on their fur, pollinating the baobab as they travel tree to tree. The tree produces fruit that ripens into a hard shell. Inside the pod are brown seeds surrounded by pale-colored baobab fruit pulp, a naturally dehydrated powder. Elephants, monkeys, and other animals just love the fruit and the tree. Baobab fruit is vital for life, providing sustenance, nutrition, and economy for local African communities and families. Now, how does baobab benefit you? Baobab fruit is packed with antioxidants fiber, vitamin C, and electrolytes. In fact, Baobab contains 2.5 times more antioxidants than pomegranates and more than acai on a gram-to-gram basis. We at Baobab use organic, non-GMO Baobab in our range of superfood products that are good for you, good for your body, and for your family. Love these trees? So do we. Check us out at baobab.com.
So as we go back to the passage, remember, this is an informational text, and we are providing text evidence to support our short answers. Go ahead and put a box around your title, the Baobab Tree of Life. And this is where we're going. Making sure that you are interacting with the text. So meaning your text will go from looking plain to dressed. The title, of course, is a text feature. It gives us information about the central topic or the central idea. And if you wish, go ahead and circle this picture. This is what the baobab tree looks like. So we will study this picture. Now take a look at your answer choices and your questions. We will only read the questions. And why do we read the questions before reading the story? Why do we do that? And speak loudly where. So remember, there are online learners and they're going to want to hear you. Why do we read the questions before the story?
Because we can know what we're talking about.
Well, not necessarily so that we can know what we're talking about, so that we'll know what we're looking for, and meaning the answers to our what? Questions. We need to use the questions as a GPS to guide us through the reading. Go ahead and read number 1 aloud. Read.
What is the central idea of the passage?
Now go ahead and put a box around central idea. This is the same as main idea. What is this passage all about? Go ahead and read number 2. What idea from the passage do the elephant's actions in paragraph 1 help support? So we will take a look at the elephant's actions in paragraph 1. This is a fact and detail question. Fact and details. That means that we must go back into the passage looking for the what? Answer. And again, this is our focal point, the elephant's actions. Look at number 3A. Read your question. Which paragraph is best illustrated by the image? Put a box around illustrated. This means which paragraph, based upon the picture, represents that image. So which paragraph is best representative of the image? And we know that that image is the Balboa tree. Take a look at 3B. Read 3B. How does the image help readers better understand that paragraph? So you can start by saying the image helps readers better understand, okay, and leave that sentence open, leave the statement open. This is what I like to call the blah, 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 blahs. That means that you're going to go back into the what? Passage to complete this statement. So again, we're starting out with the image helps readers better understand. Good job. Excellent. Let's take a look at number 4. Read, please. What other word from paragraph 2 most closely means the same thing as gnarled? Now take a look. We're looking for another what? Word. And that word is in paragraph 2. And we're looking for it to most closely mean the same thing as gnarled. So what I do, you do. Professors walk around. Make sure that the scholars are interacting with the passage, even at the adult level. What's being tested here is vocabulary, word meaning. So I'm going to write the specifics of it. Synonyms. Synonym. Look at me looking. SYNONYMS. A synonym is a word that what? A word that means the same or almost the same thing. Good. Number 5, read. In paragraph 2, how does the phrase soaring above help explain Baobabs? Put a box around paragraph 2. Why? We're not looking in any other paragraph for the what? For the answer or for the phrase. And the phrase is soaring above. So this describes the Balboas. The Balboas soar above. And now, unlike 4, even though both 4 and 5 deal with word meaning, what's being tested here is word meaning, because they both deal with word meaning. But here, specifically, synonyms. This is testing word meaning. I like to say capital W, capital M for word meaning. So you have to know what's being tested in order to have a fair shot at passing. Look at number 6. Read, please. What does the word longevity mean in paragraph 5? Put a box around longevity. It's found in paragraph 5. Again, this is a word meaning question. Number 7. Read. What are some reasons people call the Balboa the tree of life? Provide examples from the text to support your answer. So we're looking for some reasons people call the Balboa the tree of life. Again, what I do, you do. And we will get the start of our short answer as we read. Okay? Now remember, the questions serve as a GPS. So that means that we will be able to answer some questions as we read along. So by now, you've put a box around your title, meaning it looks like this. Put a box around the title. Now at the upper level, that's the intermediate, I like to say grades 4 through 12, and at the adult reading level for developmental reading, You want to begin to summarize each paragraph as you read it. And of course, each class will have a different summary statement. So let's take a look. Let's circle repetitive information in paragraph 1. That's where I want to go with that. Let's see. I see Balboa Tree of Life, so I'm going to be looking for that information. And I'm skimming, looking for repetitive information. Oh, I see tree, 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 Balboa tree, because I have Balboa tree here. I see African and I see Africa. So let's take a look at what we've circled quickly. Read aloud, read. African, tree, 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 Balboa, tree, Africa. The Balboa must be an African tree found in, so is that what paragraph 1 is going to be about?
Yeah.
Well, let's check it out. First, let's underline the last 2 sentences of the first paragraph, because that's going to give us a hint of the central idea or what the main idea may be. So I'm going to choose a different color. Here we are with she. So let's begin right here with she. Read aloud, read. She is prying and poking to get at the water in the tree, often what? Stores inside. So she is prying and poking to get at the water the tree often stores inside. Now, circle stores. We've had this word before, haven't we? In our lesson on homophones. Now, stop and think. Does this stores mean a group of merchants like Macy's, Nordstrom's? No. What does this stores mean based upon how it's used in a sentence? Now look, she is prying and poking to get at the water that the tree often stores inside. I heard someone say collect. Let's substitute. Good job. To keep inside. So let's use the word collect. She is prying and poking to get at the water that the tree often collects inside. So this stores means to what? To collect. So circle that word, draw an arrow. Good readers make notes as they read. Collects. Collects. To collect. To collect or collects. Just that one word, collects or to collect. I'll put the S in parentheses. And let's underline that last sentence. So you're moving with fluency. You're not writing too slowly, nor are you writing quickly where your handwriting is not legible. Write neatly. Well, let's read this sentence. This is, read. This is no ordinary tree, but a Balboa, a tree that looms large in size and importance for both the animals and people in Africa. So this is no ordinary tree, but a Balboa tree that looms large in size and importance for both the animals and people in Africa. So what is paragraph 1 all about? Number 1, what did we read about? What did we just read about? The what tree? What is this African tree called? Good. What is it called though? The Balboa African tree is what? It's what? Look at that last sentence. It's important to the animals and people. Good. So we will write the Balboa tree is important. Just a gist statement. The Balboa tree is important. Good job. Let's keep reading. Number 2, let's circle that repetitive what? Information. That information that we might see over and over and over. Oh, let's see. Balboa's. See me skimming. Balboa. Branches. Branches. African. Balboa. Let's read what we've circled. Read. Balboas, Balboa, branches, branches, African, Balboa. Oh, what could 2 be about? The Balboa's branches. Good job. Excellent. The Balboa's branches. So write your gist statement. Don't misspell Balboa. Don't misspell branches. The Balboa's branches. Now let's read paragraph 2. You have your pens ready? Or your highlighters or pencils? Here we go. The Balboa's astonishing appearance alone proves it's special. Balboa's astonishing appearance. It can grow up to 60 feet high. Can grow up to 60 feet high. And 30 feet wide. And 30 feet wide. Here's our key word, soaring above. Remember that key word? That key phrase, rather, soaring above most other life in the savanna or in the dry savanna, soaring above most other life in the dry savanna. The Balboa has a wide barrel. Balboa has a wide barrel-like trunk topped with shorter, twisted branches. It only grows leaves for 2 short periods. Only grows leaves for 2 short periods, giving the branches the appearance of gnarled roots. Giving branches appearance of gnarled roots for most of the year. In fact, some African legends say that a god angry at the baobab decided to uproot and replant it upside down. Gnarled. Did you circle this word? Because remember, we have this word in one of our questions, don't we? Question 4. What other word, meaning what synonym, what other word that means the same or almost the same, all right, sound, or could mean gnarled? And then look at number 5. In paragraph 2, how does the phrase soaring above help explain Balboas? So since we can answer these 2 questions now, let's go ahead and take a look and reread paragraph 2. You listen as I read aloud and think aloud. The Balboa's astonishing appearance alone proves it is special. It can grow up to 60 feet high and 30 feet wide, soaring above most other life in the dry savanna. The Balboa has a wide barrel-like trunk topped with shorter, twisted branches. It only grows leaves for 2 short periods, giving the branches the appearance of gnarled roots for most of the year. In fact, some African legends say that a god angry at the baobab decided to uproot and replant it upside down. Now, I like to use the context clue strategy. We can draw an arrow from gnarled to what key word? maybe not soaring above. We can draw an arrow from gnarled to what word? Twisted branches. Super fantastic. Draw an arrow up to your context clue phrase. Twisted branches. So what I do, you do. Again, you can see that I've drawn an arrow from gnarled up to twisted branches. And look at the picture. Are the branches twisted? Yes. Let's look at soaring above. What context clue phrase can help me with soaring above? Come on with it. What can help me? 60 feet high. Good. Draw an arrow from soaring above and circle 60 feet high. Now, soaring above does not mean 60 feet high. It's just a context clue that can help you figure out what soaring above might mean. Now, let's turn over. Let's answer 4 first. I will give you 10 seconds to answer number 4. What other word from paragraph 2 most closely means the same thing as gnarled? Please do not call out the answer. I will not reveal the answer in the recording. This passage is taken from education.com. Please forgive the imperfections. Our copy machine is down. All right. I'll read the answer choices aloud. A, angry. B, soaring. C, special. D, twisted. Again, what other word from paragraph 2 most closely means, excuse me, Mrs. Matlock, the same thing as gnarled? Goodness. Number 5, in paragraph 2, how does the phrase soaring above help explain baobabs? Could it be A, it emphasizes the tree's height? B, it highlights the size of their leaves? C, it shows why birds nest in their branches? D, it proves that rope is needed to climb them? Now, stop and think. This is a process of elimination. Does the passage in paragraph 2, let's be specific, did paragraph 2 mention anything about birds, nests, and branches? Did paragraph 2 mention anything about rope being needed to climb the tree? No. So you're between 2 answer choices. Process of elimination. Good job. Reading number 3, paragraph 3. Good, we're ready. This remarkable tree survives dry conditions. Let's see, I see tree. I'm skimming, circling that repetitive information. Africa. Oh, roots. I saw roots in paragraph 2. And so now I'm seeing roots again here in paragraph 3. Feet. Feet. Dry. Dry. Balboa trees. Water. Water. Branches. Balboa's branches. High. Nests. nests. Balboa. I see baby vulture. And I saw vulture here. Mother. So look at paragraph 3. Let's take a look at what we've circled. Read. Tree. Africa. Roots. Feet. Water. Dry. Balboa trees. Water. Vulture. Nests high. Balboa's branches. Nests. Balboa. Mother. Baby vulture. What could paragraph 3 be about? What do you think? It's okay if you don't know just yet. You know why? Because we need to what? Read. And that way we can get a good grasp on what 3 is about. Let's read. Read. This remarkable tree survives dry conditions. Oh, tree survives dry conditions. Could this tree live in the desert? Yes, so that means that the condition of the savanna desert is dry and is found in many regions of Africa. Found in many regions of Africa. Its roots spread out up to 100 feet. Roots spread out up to 100 feet away to gather needed water. So what I do, you do. The adaptable sponge-like bark contracts. Oh, adaptable sponge-like bark contracts in dry months and expands in wet ones. Adaptable. Circle that word adaptable. We've heard of the word adapt before, haven't we? Yes, adaptable. Draw that arrow out. Let's write a meaning. What could adaptable mean? Adaptable sponge-like bark. Contracts when it is dry. Look at Mrs. Matlock's hands. Contracts when it is dry. It expands when it is wet. The roots do. So what could adaptable mean? Are you thinking? It's adaptable to its environment. The roots are adaptable on this tree to its environment. Now, do you think you can guess what adaptable may mean? Quiet. Crickets. How about adjustable? Now, what does adjustable mean? When something can be adjusted. Table C? No one? Talk amongst yourselves. Talk at your table at this time about what you think adaptable and or adjustable may mean. I'll put my pink Post-it over my camera. Talk at your table. Okay, bring it back in 3, 2, 1. Table C. Now, you can't be right or wrong. You were just talking about this word, what you thought adaptable or adjustable may mean. What did you say, Table C? We can't hear you. Remember, online. You think what? You think that maybe adaptable is talking about something wet? Table B? What did you say? Maybe you're thinking adaptable means something dry. Tables A? thinking about something hot? Do you say something differently? Adaptable or adjustable may mean something silky. Well, what the author is saying here is adaptable. Let's look at the sentence again. Its roots spread out up to 100 feet away to gather needed water. The adaptable sponge-like bark contracts in dry months and expands in wet months. Now stop. I'm going to give you a scenario. Think about a sponge. Sponge-like bark. Now we're talking about the bark on this tree. All right. Show me expand with your hands. Show me expand with your hands. I only see paralyzed hands just a little bit. I'm not really sure. But doesn't this mean expand? Yes. To get what? Bigger. And then it can adjust and get smaller when it's dry. Oh. So that means that adaptable means it can adjust. It's going to adjust to its climate. It's going to adjust to its condition. We spent a lot of time on paragraph 3, didn't we? Yes. This remarkable tree survives dry conditions and is found in many regions of Africa. Its roots spread out up to 100 feet away to gather needed water. The adaptable sponge-like bark contracts in dry months and expands in wet ones. Balboa trees serve as a source of water, food, and a safe home for a variety of animals. In particular, the white-backed vulture, with a wingspan of about 7 feet, nests high in the Balboa's branches. The great bird only nests once a year, laying just one egg. Tall, strong Balboa provides the ideal site for several months of safety for the mother and the baby vulture. Good. So can we answer a question? Yes, no, maybe? Which number? 3B. How does the image help readers better understand that paragraph? Talking about that adjustable bark. All right. So I'm going to finish reading for recording purposes. And after the recording, you will answer the questions, providing text evidence. Paragraph 4. For centuries, the Balboa has also been essential to the people in various parts of Africa. The Balboa has also been essential for the people in various parts of Africa. So this is what paragraph 3 is all about. The Balboa being essential to various parts of Africa, many of whom call it the tree of life. The Balboa's immense trunk is hollow. Balboa's immense trunk is hollow, creating a large circular chamber at the center. Creating a large circular chamber at the center. Balboa chambers have been used as shelters. Balboa chambers used as shelters, prisons, and animal stables. What I do, you do. The tree's spinach-like leaves can be eaten. Trees' spinach-like leaves can be eaten. And people use them for both food and medicine. People use them for food and medicine. The fruit provides a citrus-like refreshment. Fruit provides citrus-like refreshment. Again, what I do, you do. People strip off the fibrous bark to make a rope or to make rope, cloth, roofing, and paper. People strip off fibrous bark to make rope, cloth, roofing, and paper. Unlike most other trees, the Balboa can endure this practice, regenerating its bark and continuing to grow. Right? Balboa can endure regenerating its bark and continuing to grow. Paragraph 5. Perhaps this is one reason Balboas have such incredible longevity. Balboas have incredible longevity. Circle the word longevity. Clue. Put a box around its prefix, long. That will help you figure out longevity. Draw an arrow from longevity to endure or from endure to longevity. These two words have an association with one another. Some have even been known to live for over 2,000 years. Oh, have been known to live for over 2,000 years. These amazing survivors continue to provide valuable resources across 32 countries in Africa. These, meaning the Balboa trees, continue to provide valuable resources across 32 countries in Africa. So that is the end of our informational text on the Balboa Tree of Life. At this time, you will answer your multiple choice and your questions that require short responses. I am your response to interventionist, Miss Tessie Sanders Madlock. We do hope that you have gained some valuable experiences from today's lesson. Keep studying, keep practicing. Bye-bye for now.